Right, everybody, what's going on? I just wanted to showcase the progress that I have had over the full year learning Unity. I started learning Unity seriously around December 2021, like the end of last year. And today, it's almost a year since that process started. So I've been doing lots of tutorials, courses, and my own development throughout the process. So the whole thing started because I wanted to create a turn-based strategy game because it's one of my favorite genres. It's something that I really enjoy, and therefore I just wanted to make it happen, right? I just wanted to create it. So this is the first prototype that I had back in the early year. I think this was around March or April when I first did a little uh, foray within Unity using pathfinding and uh, grid algorithms and all of that. And the program is really simple. I mean, if I hit run, then yeah, it shows like some tanks, right? And these yellow points are supposedly the points that you can move to, right? So if I hit it, you see that the tanks are moving, but they are not following exactly the positions that I'm clicking, right? And I also get lots of errors like invalid positions and like that they cannot move there and all that. So that was the first attempt that I had at a strategy game, and as you can see, it's not very cool. It's not very, it's not much of a game, right? So by constantly iterating over this product, and I did a number of courses and research on my own, I came up with my first prototype of an actual game that you can actually play, right? And I'm gonna showcase right now. All right, so this is the actual prototype that I've been working on after much learning and development, and I call it Sun Throne, right? So it's not like the final name or anything. It's just I needed to have a name, and I'm working on a narrative behind that. That's something that way into the future. Right now, we're just talking mechanics, right? So the first thing that you're gonna have is that you have actually a menu, right? And in this menu, you can go and select various levels. Right now, I only have one level, but the levels are actually dynamic. So this whole interface, this user interface is dynamic, so it gets updated whenever I choose a new menu, when I start adding them. So this text here is going to update, this thumbnail is going to update, the title here is going to update, and I can just rotate it by just clicking here. I just have one menu, one level now, but in the future I'll have more. And then I play, and now we see that we have an actual game going on, like albeit very simple, right? But it's still in its early development stages, and I did some graphics improvements. I haven't worked on the art at all. I just all of these assets I got them from the Unity store and Google basically. But basically, you can see that I have different types of terrain. So this is supposed to be a forest. This is supposed to be a mountain. This is supposed to be a river, and this is supposed to be a road, right? I have different types of units, um, tanks and soldiers, and I have a little castle to capture, but we're gonna look into that. And now I'm moving my cursor not by the mouse, but actually with my keyboard. So I actually worked an entire input system for the game. So if I hit it in any unit, I'm gonna see that the squares the unit can move to are white, and the squares in which the unit can attack are red. So because this is a tank, we cannot capture this castle. Only infantry can capture castles. So it's like I'm following a little bit of an advanced wars team, but I can attack this tank here. So now I get a little prompt that asks me to choose an action, right? And then, yeah, I attacked, and the unit got some health deducted from it. And attack again, and the unit's gone, right? And then I'm gonna move this guy here. Notice that when infantry is selected and they have a captural position in range, then they have a little uh, faint blue square that indicates that this position is capturable. And we also have like the number one above the castle that's indicating how many turns is it going to take to capture that particular position, right? So but not gonna capture it, because if I capture it, the game is gonna end, and I just want to showcase how the units move. So when my turn ends, the unit moves, the enemy moves, and they select whether they move or attack. And this guy here attacked my tank, so it's like a brave guy. So we're gonna attack him back, right? And then gonna move here in preparation to capture that position, right? And yeah, let's cancel, attack, and I can also wait, right? I can also wait. I can also say no, don't move, just wait, and then it just passes the turn. Oh, he attacked my soldier, but actually lost all his life, because when they attack, they actually have a little counter strike received when they attack. It's again similar to Advanced Wars. But now we can capture the position, I think. And if we capture it, then the game stops, right? And we have this level complete, and it's calculating the score. Tactics is the number of units that you lose. Dominance is the number of units that you destroy. So we don't get full scores, because still we have 2 units left. Agility is the number of turns that it took you to finish the level. Prestige is something that I haven't really added yet. But yeah, and then depending on your rank, if you get full marks, then this badge here turns into a golden badge, or if you just passed the level by the skin of your teeth, then this is going to be a bronze medal here, right? So yeah, if I go to main menu, yeah, I get the option to repeat the game, right? So I just want to show you some of the prefabs. Uh, this took a little while to figure out, but when I actually take a look at the prefab, so level complete, you see here, this is the default prefab for that menu. So the badge is actually golden by default, and all the bars are filled. But when the program calculates the score, then this gets updated. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. This is after what, 5 months of studying and developing, and I think that's a lot of improvement opportunities here. So that small level is just a test level that where I'm testing mechanics. uh, I'm testing all the attack actions, the move actions, the pathfinding, because this thing has pathfinding in it, as you could see. The units are not allowed to move in certain positions. So for example, let's take a look at another battle, another example battle. We're gonna run the program again, and then selection, play. Okay, so if you see here, the tank, if I move it here, the tank is not going to be able to cross over the mountain, and is not able to cross over the river either. That's only the infantry part of you. Only infantry can move freely across the terrain, and they also get penalized if they move through grassland or to rivers or to mountains. Mountains being the slowest movement that they can possibly achieve. But yeah, uh, just gonna showcase that here. I'm just gonna move this guy here. Let's help that guy here. And yeah, attack. Right. Yeah, and then move here. Just want to go over the river, right? They retreat. They sometimes they decide to retreat when they see that they're losing. So yeah, so if I move here, notice how he could freely move across the grassland, but in the mountains he gets severely penalized. He can only move like one square at a time, right? And if we want to chase, we can, but again, the tanks can go into the river, right? So if take, let's capture the castle again. Lost, not in range, but all right. Yeah, so in this case, you could see that the badges got clearly updated. But yeah, this is my project. Um, I want to improve on it. I want to add more units. I want to add range units like artillery and things like that, and also airplanes. So I'm thinking about all those mechanics, but I also want to have like an RPG component to this game. So like you could select what kind of units you want and upgrade them, similar to XCOM, right? So in XCOM you have the battle screen, which is something like this, and then you have the base management screen where you can upgrade your soldiers. And I want to do something similar, but of course that takes months of researching and working. So, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with the with what it's turning out to be, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and please give me your feedback and let me know what you think about the project.